What's up, everyone? Welcome to Grow TV. I'm Steve.
I'm Stacy. You know, Steve, I've been thinking a lot about when I would like to travel in time to. Like moments in my life I'd revisit. When would you travel to? Is there some time in your life that you'd really like to revisit?
Whoa! Yeah, when I was taking gymnastics class, and I gotta say, I was impressive. I could do cartwheels and tumbles, whatever you wanted. I had flair, I had flash, and pizzazz.
That would be fun to revisit.
And then in college, ooh, you should have seen me on the dance floor. Bam! Pow! Hey! 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 Look at me go! Hey!
Yeah, that would be something to see. What about middle school or high school? Steve the teenager.
No. I wouldn't want to go visit that.
What do you mean? Why not?
Listen, I'm sure great stuff happened, but my most vivid memory from that time in my life was one night at a football game. I got pushed against a fence by a bully and his friends. They called me all kinds of things and said all kinds of terrible things to me. It was like all the stuff you didn't want to think about yourself out loud for everyone to hear. I've never felt more alone.
Oh my gosh, Steve, that's awful. But Steve, do you know that you weren't alone?
What do you mean?
Remember that prophet Ezekiel? God used him to remind a whole group of people that God was with them in a situation that seemed pretty hopeless. Today's Bible story comes from the book of Ezekiel, chapter 37. The prophet Ezekiel lived in Babylon, far from his home in Israel. He and many other people from Israel had been taken captive after the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar conquered Jerusalem's Israel capital city.
Yep, I know the story. The Israelites had lost their homes and the temple where they worshiped. They must have been wondering if they had been abandoned because they had turned away from God.
Yes, but one day God gave Ezekiel a powerful vision.
A vision?
Yeah, like a dream with a deep message. In this vision, God took Ezekiel to a valley covered in dry bones. The scene looked lifeless, as if nothing could ever grow or live there again. And God asked Ezekiel in Ezekiel 37:3, "Son of man, can these bones live?"
Why was God asking him that?
That's what Ezekiel thought. So he said, "Sovereign Lord, you alone know." Then God instructed Ezekiel to speak to the bones, giving them God's message.
And Ezekiel did exactly that, saying that God would bring them to life to show everyone what God could do.
As Ezekiel spoke, the bones started connecting to form full skeletons. Muscles and skin appeared, covering them.
I forgot how wild this story was.
I know, but they were still lifeless.
Not for long, though. God told Ezekiel to call the winds to breathe life into the bodies. When Ezekiel did, the winds rushed in and people came to life. The Bible says they stood up like a powerful army.
God explained to Ezekiel that these dry bones represented the people of Israel, who felt lifeless and without hope. But God promised to restore them, to bring them back home, and to give them new life. God said in Ezekiel 37:14, "I will put my spirit in you, and you will live, and I will settle you in your own land. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have spoken, and I have done it, declares the Lord."
So this vision meant that even in the darkest times, God is with us, giving us hope and new life.
Yes, just as God breathed life into those bones, God is with us, bringing hope at times when we feel the most discouraged or lost, afraid or alone, because God is with us at all times.
You know, Stace, I think you're right. God was with me that night when I got bullied.
For sure.
Yeah, because as bad as that time was, I just walked away. I made it through. And because of that night, I tried, and I still try not to treat anyone badly.
Because you know how it felt.
And I always stick up for others who are mistreated.
Yeah, I've seen you do that.
When I think back, I see God creating something new in me, a desire to help others.
That's cool that you can say that. And it's true. A lot of us can remember situations like yours, and we need to remember that God is with us. God is taking what's broken, lost, or what seems dead and transforming it.
That's right. Hey, Stace, what about you? Did you cut up on the dance floor in college?
Nope. Not really, not at all. Anyway, it's been great learning about the Valley of Bones and the life that came from that valley.
And remembering God is with us at all times.
It's always good to learn and grow together. Bye.